What's up, guys? This is St0p, bringing you another audio commentary for WCReplays.com. This audio is copyrighted by WC Replays, so don't go stealing it. First things first, get the replay uploaded. 1 minute mark, 1x speed, fog before off. My point of view, and while you're doing that, I'll do a little talking as usual. First things first, I apologize for my leave of absence. I've had a very busy life recently. I'm playing college basketball. I had an exam period. My laptop broke, which is what I used to play Warcraft on. And then we had preseason training camp, which was, like 2-a-days frequently, and then games. So I had very little time to play Warcraft, and consequently, I think I played 3 ladder games in the last 3 months, more or less. And this is one of them I'm bringing to you now. It's myself versus Towercraft or Lucas Bot. I played this last night, or I guess this morning, at 4 in the morning. That's what I get for searching at 4 in the morning, I was bored and I wanted a game, and I got the only person on Battlefield I could find that just could not give me a very good game whatsoever. I mean, even if he beats you, the game is just terrible. Like, because he doesn't fight you in a 50-foot army. It's just not fun to play against this type of strategy. It's entirely dependent on you making mistakes, frankly. And I've noticed, just looking at his record on East, it's not great, but it's not terrible either. That obviously a lot of people need to learn how to play against this type of tower teching strategy, which is usually, it is a terrible strategy, but if you have a map pack, which this guy does, obviously, you can supplement a lot of the things that make it a terrible strategy, and make it kind of effective, semi-effective. And I'm going to show you guys how to just kind of take away that advantage entirely. So let's get the game unpaused in 3, 2, 1, unpause. So some things I want to talk about. One, my base build is not graded right now. I'm going to fix it because I realized that it's not great pretty much the second I put my barracks down, because I can't block it with two burrows. You want to be able to prevent the Blade Master from harassing you. Anyone who's heard of Towercraft, or seen a Towercraft replay or has played against Towercraft knows what he's going to do. Or any of the Teamcraft guys, they're not going to grunt raider walker you. They're not going to build Kodos. They're not going to fight you at 50 food. They're not going to try to out-micro you whatsoever. They don't have micro. They're not any good. They buy a map pack. They probably paid something ridiculous for a ZMAP map pack. And this is what they do game after game after game, with no variation whatsoever. Maybe they'll get bats, maybe they'll get wyverns, maybe they'll get fast raiders. But they are going to tower tech, and they're going to rely on basically cheating you to death with their map pack and their towers. The mistakes you can make are many against this type of strategy, frankly. But if you don't make mistakes, it's just ridiculously easy to beat. So I send a scout peon. I just want to know what his base looks like, if he's going to block it, how early he's going to put towers up, blah, 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 blah. Notice I have it on patrol between the burrow and the town hall, and he just didn't pay attention, and his Blade Master or maybe he did, and he was right-clicking the peon, and I forced him to kind of waste time going around his base. And while he was doing that, I was able to go to the center and buy both circlets, which is a huge advantage, and which is going to slow down my tech, but that's totally fine by me. You'll notice I have a 3rd burrow going up in my base right now. Now my base is blocked, and my peasants are nice and safe, so I'm really happy about that. I'm not foolish enough to try and creep the Sogan Magi because this guy's a map hacker, and I'm not going to, there's other things that are safe to creep, and he doesn't have the circlets, so it's not easy for him to solo creep. That's one of the nice things about buying them, about robbing them of the circlets. If you can, look at the screen, he took 400 damage, a little over 400 damage creeping that, and it was not at all beneficial for him. Whereas I'm going to creep efficiently the health fountain. I'm going to let my Blade Master soak up all the damage, because even if he comes, I'm going to be able to windwalk and heal the Blade Master while he's at the fountain, and he's just basically not going to be able to do any damage to me. And I get an extra circlet out of it. If you look at what he's doing, he's solo creeping a null camp, and he can't even finish it off with his blade. This guy's bad, frankly. This is about as bad as you can get. His creeping patterns are terrible, his decision-making is terrible, his micro is terrible. Again, he's solely relying on his map hack and you making mistakes. So this game is going to be about how to cut those mistakes out of your game. I should have built an extra peasant, because I knew that I wouldn't I mean, I knew that I needed wood, but I'd be going tier 3 early. That's part of my game plan. So instead of doing that, I put up a very early 1-0, which is fine by me. I want level 2. I want critical strike before he gets critical strike. If you look at his Blade Master, he just blatantly map hacked and then windwalked to exactly where I am. This was poorly done on my part. I should have a trick when you're here I do it here. A trick when you're versus Blade Master North Mirror, and especially when you're versus these map hacking idiots in ladder. Damage the creep till it has, like, let's say 80 health left if it's still a level 1 Blade Master, and then select all your units and press stop. And they'll stop attacking. They'll even go through the motion of attacking, and then you can press stop and they won't do any damage. And if there's a Blade Master there, chances are he's going to attack the creep. But he won't get the final hit. He'll attack it and say, do half damage, and then you attack it, and your Blade Master in 3 rounds or 4 rounds will get the final hit, and you'll expose the fact that there's a Blade Master near you. But anyways, I digress. Looking at my blade now, 3 circlets, boots, and a dust, and I'm level 2. I really want level 3, because at that point, I can just follow him around the map, and it doesn't really matter that he has a map hack. Level 3 Blade Master is its own sort of map hack. While I go to creep this town, he solo creeps the Magi, whatever. I'm totally fine with that. I don't know that he's doing that. That's why I dusted. But I get a Claws of Attack, and I'm getting more experience. And because I have the healing fountains both crept at night, I'm going to have